Aromatics. Well, it is a beautiful day here in Ontario, Canada. I'm just sitting out here. I had a coffee earlier, and since I'm going to be out here for a while, I grabbed myself a Guinness, and I'm just going to sit out here and do a little bit of reading and do a review here. And I was looking through my tobacco and just looking at all the samples that have come out recently, and so affordable. Like, $3 for an ounce of tobacco. You can get 8 ounces for like $15 of stuff on sale. And it got me thinking. A lot of times we talk about the good old days, and it reminded me of, there's an Ecclesiastes proverb that says, why do we ask, why isn't it like the good old days? Such things are foolish to ask, something along those lines. And it got me thinking that sometimes we're so busy thinking about being nostalgic and thinking about the old days that we forget about how good it is right now. And it really is, even though there's always some craziness going on. Just there's so many opportunities with things, and with the tobacco world right now, there's no better time to get so many different blends. The prices are really good, and we have this YouTube community. We can all connect, even though sometimes we can't actually meet in person. And I just looking at my tobacco, I was thinking, sometimes we get just so caught up in thinking about the old days that we just don't appreciate what we have now. So anyway, I'm out here and I'm going to do a review, and today's review is on Sir Walter Raleigh Aromatic. Now, this tobacco, I never really, there's so many blends out there, right? I never really thought about it. But there is a subscriber of mine, as well as a YouTube presenter, who has lots of great stuff to say. It's one of his favorite tobaccos, and that is Redcoat's Return. So when I was ordering a couple of tins of that 20th anniversary flake by Cornell and Deal, I needed to throw something else in that package. So I decided I'll try that Sir Walter Raleigh out. I've been loving the Burleys lately, and why not try it out? So I've loaded up in my pipe, and I will do a review. Now, the smell you get is really sweet, very aromatic, of course. The smell actually reminds me of, the first thing I thought of was like a Lane type of topping. Like when I first got Captain Black White years ago, there was a smell it gave off, and this just kind of, it's been so long. It's funny how smells can last so long in your memory, but it's sort of like a boozy, sweet smell. Now the Captain Black's more of a vanilla. This is, I don't know, it's kind of, to me, I've heard other people say they don't get vanilla, but I kind of get a vanilla, sweet, boozy smell. Pretty sweet. Now I've loaded up my Charlestown Cobbler. Now the cut is not like Sir Walter Raleigh regular, which is just a pure burley, I think, and a cube cut. This is more of just a shag cut, which I'll show you right here in the corner. Now I've loaded up my Charlestown Cobbler. I will light it up, tell you what I'm tasting. So the first thing I noticed when I lit this up is the topping. The topping will hit you right away, and it's sort of just like the smell, kind of a little bit of a boozy, sweet, maybe slightly, I think it's sort of like a slightly vanilla, slightly amaretto. And underneath that is a nice solid burley. A little bit of nuttiness, but not as nutty as most burleys. This is more of a little bit of a nuttiness, but more on the almond, sweet almond, and hazelnut. Definitely that sweet hazelnut almond thing going on. But it's nice because with so much of an aromatic type of vibe you're getting from it, a lot of times you lose that tobacco, but not on this. A lot of other, like say Black Cavendishes, you're getting that aromatic taste, but it's mostly in the smell and in the retrohale. This you actually get on your palate as well as in the smell. Burns really good. I don't know if you can see that nice white ash, if that means anything to you. Very easy to smoke. It just seems like it smokes itself. A lot of output, easy to keep lit, no tongue bite or minimal tongue bite. I haven't smoked a ton of bowls of it, but from what I remember, doesn't seem like I get any bad after effects. The flavor, it kind of also reminds me of Lane's Burley Light without a bite. It kind of has that, although on steroids. So if you like Burley Light without a bite, this is sort of similar to that, only more burley taste, more topping. Another one of those blends that I'm liking. I'm going to do a review. I don't like every tobacco. I know I always seem to come across as positive and not too critical. Critical is not really my style of review. But I will, one of these days I'm going to do a review of tobaccos that I don't like. So I'll probably lose a couple of friends on that one. But there are some tobaccos out there that I not necessarily don't like, but just don't think are worth smoking because they just don't have any flavor, or they're just ones that are overhyped or whatever. But I definitely like it. So who this would be for would be if you like the more aromatic, burley-based blends that are definitely burley. I wouldn't classify it necessarily as totally as an aromatic. But if you like the more aromatic burleys, like say half and half, or I find Granger's a little bit more on the aromatic side, but still have that burley, this would be for you. If you just like straight burleys without any topping at all, this might not be your wheelhouse. But definitely, if you like some strength in your tobacco, you want that nice sweet topping. Another thing you might want to think about too is whether or not you like the topping or not. You definitely taste it, but if you don't like that kind of boozy amaretto type of taste, then you also might not like it. But as for me, I totally like it, and as soon as I smoked my first bowl, I knew I had to get more. So I hope you enjoyed my review, and until next time, Aromatics, signing out.